Megumi! Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma episode 22. I'm going to let you guys know right now, Alice is wifey material. So the competition is heating up. I mean, it's fierce. People are presenting their dishes. The chick from Polar Star who does the farm animals even went up, got a high score. She's a beast. But right now, it's Nakiri's assistant. And then, up there, Hojo, she made a dish that's really good. I was surprised with Hojo. She didn't get as many points as I thought she would. I knew, however, that Megumi and Hojo, their destiny would collide, and Megumi would end up, topping Hojo. But before we get to Megumi's story, because I think that part of the story made this episode so special and so just really, it really hits you. Because we followed Megumi since day one. But before we get there, we got to talk about the Aldini brothers. That's Takumi and Asami. I'm glad they showed Asami. I'm glad they showed the struggle of him surpassing his brother. I thought his dish was sweet, man. It was pretty much a calzone, and inside was curry. I thought that was crazy, cool idea. It's simple. It's, it looked good. It looked good. But Takumi is still a beast. He's still a beast. He's a beast, man. He presented to me that looked like fettuccine, but with a bunch of shit in it. And there was a bunch of shit in it, but the judges loved it. And of course, he scored one of the highest scores. And Asami couldn't do anything about it. But I loved Asami's story. I loved how, he was in the shadow of his brother and he wanted to create something. And I love how Takumi, you see a lighter side of him as well, calming his brother down, saying, you know what? We are like the moon, halves. Once we put ourselves together, put that little cutting thing. Once we put ourselves together, we're perfection. I love that line. I thought it was great. I thought that whole little backstory, simple yet quick, yet presented beautifully by this episode. I was disappointed though with Hojo. I would have liked to see more Hojo. I know they loved her dish, and I know she got a little twirl in there, but I would have loved to see more of her because she is a new character that was presented, and she didn't get the same love as all the other characters. And the Polar Star girl, she did. I knew she did all right. She did good. We also have Alice, and Alice 95 points out of 100. That is insane, and her titties are just insane. But I love me some Alice. We knew she was gonna be beast. We knew she was gonna be up there, and she is. She's advancing. Okay, you got to remember, we're focusing on B. There's 2 groups, and remember, only 4 can make it, and we haven't done A yet, which is Soma's in, so we focused on B. And then we pretty much had our lineup. We had Nakiri's assistant. We had basically Alice, and who else was? Oh, Takumi, and it was either between Asami or Hojo because they were tied. Megumi, I loved how they didn't notice Megumi at all. She wasn't there. She's like, hey, my dish hasn't been served yet. I loved how all her hometown people came to see her. And you know what this episode really presented? It really presented how much love the mom and Megumi have. I mean, that's a great relationship. I really love Megumi's mom in this episode. She is the type of mother that said, Megumi, you're too good to stay here in this little town. You need to adventure. You need to go off. I want to send you to this culinary school. It's your decision, but before you can make that choice, why don't you try this? I love Megumi's mom. She does. When Megumi talks about her, you feel it. You definitely feel in this episode that she's just, warm-hearted. She learned her cooking from her. I mean, I love Megumi's mom, and I love Megumi. That story, when they recapped, pretty much presented beautifully the flashbacks when they recapped her life and where she gotten to this point and she was able to advance and get that fourth spot, I loved every single minute of, because Megumi is the underdog and she is a well presented underdog. She's not gonna talk shit. She's just gonna cook. She's nervous. She's stage fright, so to speak. Sometimes she needs help, but in her own right, this woman could cook. I absolutely loved that moment. I thought it was touching. I thought the music, there's two pieces of music. I don't know what it is, but I love those OSTs. I absolutely love the music that was presented when Megumi's story was upon us. I thought it just was beautiful. I thought that was what, like the judges, like when they said, the difference between Alice and Megumi's really felt human. It really felt like they were at home, that they were relaxed. I'm surprised that Megumi didn't get a higher score, but man, I'm so happy Megumi moves on. I don't know if she's going to make it to number 1, but it would be crazy if we saw Soma versus Megumi for championship, or even just Megumi making it to the championship. It's kind of hard because that's my boy Soma, and I want Soma to just kick ass, and I'm pretty sure he's going to, but it's hard for me not to root for Megumi. I want Megumi to at least show all these mofos that, you know what, I'm a better cook than what you gave me in 4th place. I think she could definitely reach number 1. I'm rooting for Megumi. I love this episode. I thought it was great. I love the competition spirit. Now we're moving on to the main characters, Soma and all these other characters. My girl Mito. Can't wait. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already. A lot more videos. Like if you like the video. And comment below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on this episode. So Megumi all the way. Peace.